I'm here with Isabel Block, a current UTalent Records artist and a UT student. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be part of your first project, and I'm excited to get into the interview.
First, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Isabel Block. I have always been passionate about art. When I was very young, I was in art classes, and that was, I guess, my primary way of expressing myself. And shortly after, I was put in singing and acting classes with all my friends, and I stuck with it throughout the years. You know, people dropped off, found their hobbies in other places, but I really found mine there, and I just felt most like myself when I was performing. I still do. And I got into musical theater and really just sought out every opportunity I could. And then in high school, that also turned into me going to the city to study in the Meisner technique. Simultaneously, I was always, dabbling at the piano and experimenting, I would say. I am big on experimenting, and I'm really passionate about film. I'm now studying film as an RTF major, and simultaneously songwriting. I released my first single this past August, which I'm very proud of, and I really want to just keep doing that, and I'm working on my next single, which will be out by, I'd say, late spring. And being creative is where I feel most empowered and most like myself.
On the topic of your singles, could you tell us a little bit just about making My Own Scribe and about what you wanted to say with the song?
So I think My Own Scribe is sort of everyone says this about their songs, that they're a diary of some sort, but I would say My Own Scribe especially is this reflective, sort of introspective, lessons learned type of coming of age song, I would say. All of the wisdom I've gained throughout my years leading up to this point is what I try to channel into that song, and it's really about paving my own path, as cliche as it sounds, and almost in a transcendentalist way, truly having self-reliance and navigating from within. At the end of the day, trusting myself, feeling good about my decisions, and listening to this this sounds so spiritual, but my inner calling.
So My Own Scribe, it almost sounds almost like an introduction of sorts. I was wondering, when it comes to the next songs that you're making, tell us a little bit about where you see yourself in those songs.
Well, I think a lot of my songs are inspired by my thoughts, my questions that are still unanswered, but then also the questions I've had in the past that I have answered through experience. I think a common theme in a lot of my songs is just this yearning that's not left unanswered, that's acted on, and that's present in My Own Scribe. And in my next song, it's very action-packed, action-oriented, and it specifically focuses on my experience venturing off into the city and pursuing my dreams, and how that sort of feels very integral to the artist I am in all fields: music, film, acting is tied to film. But I think that was the launch pad of my artistic career. And so my next song is very encouraging, empowering, and more upbeat, I would say, than My Own Scribe.
Yeah, thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you for your time.
And you, I think you do a lot of local concerts, right?
Yes, I try.
You can, follow Isabel on social, or...
Yes, you can stream my song, My Own Scribe, on all platforms. My Instagram is Isabel Block _, and my TikTok is Isabel Block.